All right, y'all. We are live, and hold on a second. I think my screen's a little smudged. I should have got that taken care of before that. So, is what it is. Anyway, we are live. There we go. Um, my internet is really bad tonight. It is super awfully bad, being in the mountain next to Alaska. So, hope the sound is okay. I got a microphone, so let me know how the sound is going. So if you've never seen one of these, you just ask your question about a gun, and I give you my answer, and it's worth exactly what you paid for it. So that's that. So we got a lot of cool people in here. The Alaska one, Andy is here. The Bush Bunker is here. Tactical Futtery is here. I don't know if you're here if you don't say something in the chat, so go ahead and say something in the chat. Just hi. 67 Rebel SST is here, and I'm sure there's a few more. The StreamYard is that's that. Okay, what about the CZ Force 57? I love mine. I mean, well, I love my son's. It's the Scout model. Great gun. Yeah, that's a great gun. Absolutely great gun. Very accurate. With iron sights, I had like at 25 yards of bull. It was like half-inch round. I had 4 shots in the bull, two groups of 2 touching, like less than half an inch apart, and that was with iron sights with the suppressor at 25 yards. So that's that. So yeah, the CZ457 is a great gun. If you haven't checked one out, you need to check one out. They've gotten expensive though. They've gotten really expensive. They've gone crazy, horrible. So, evening, sir. Just got some 180 grain bond strikes. I'm going to load in my 300 Weatherby. Have you tried them? I have not, but I have a box there. Now, I couldn't find the bullets to reload on any of the places that I buy bullets. So I actually have a box of Norma Bond Strike 308. I'm going to pull 10 of them and try them in my 300 Win Mag. Of course, they'll go even faster in your 300 Weatherby. So I'll let you know how that goes. I have not even prepared that video yet. We're going to go shoot this weekend, and I've got so many things ahead of it. I apologize. But yeah, I got a bunch of things I got to film this weekend, so hopefully it'll go pretty well. So, yeah, hopefully I'll get that done this winter, but I have not. New York Prepper, New York, New York Prepper has a video on them. He's a good friend of the channel, so go check his channel out. Hopefully he doesn't ramble on for 40 minutes about it like he does sometimes, but, yeah. Anyway, I need to text him right now. Let him know. Send him a link. Sent you a link. He was supposed to join, but maybe he's not. So who knows? All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too. Yep. Here's a good question. It's good to see you again, my friend. Hunter Kirk is here from Idaho. George Solis. Oh man, my internet's so slow. You can have, if you could have only 122 LR rifle length, what do you pick and why? 16 inches. You're not going to gain that much velocity in a longer barrel because there's not that much powder, and once the powder burns out, you're left the friction of the bullet begins to slow down. So once the pressure gets long enough to diffuse the powder burn, so 22 inches is like ridiculous. If I could only have one, it'd probably be, if I SBR'd it 22, it'd only be like 12 to 10 inches, to be honest with you. That's where I'd want to be. 10 to 12 inches in an SBR. But as far as, legal over the counter guns, get you a 16 inch. There's no reason to go longer than 16 inch. Especially if it's got a decent twist rate for 22, which I don't really know the twist rates on 22 that much. That's something I got to learn. But that's that. All right. Christopher Davis, good to see you in the chat. I don't know that I've seen you before, but I'm glad you're here. How do you feel about Tikka rifles? They're great rifles. They don't fit me. The stock is too low. The drop and comb. The length to pull is not right for me. It's a little short. And so if I use a hard recoiling rifle or a hard load in a hard rifle, like 270 even, I'll get hit in the eye with it. Now, the 270 is not that bad. It just kind of knocks the bill of my hat off. So that's that. But They're good rifles. They're smooth. They're accurate. If they fit you, if the rifle is feels good to you and fits you, make sure you get a 4-inch eye relief scope. Once you get a 4-inch eye relief scope, you should be all right. And they're generally pretty accurate. They're generally nice and smooth and reliable. I have one sitting right over here. I can't touch it because this is YouTube. I have a 270 on the channel. I like it a lot. So that's that. Hey, what's up? Austin of the Reloading
Hey,
Weather. Been a little under the weather, so he's going to lean back on the couch. All right. Look,
I'm
he's
in my
just
bed.
You're in the bed. You're chilling. You're chilling.
I am chilling.
You're chilling like a villain. All right.
Yeah,
Tactical Futtery says only 122. Ruger 1022, no question, in stainless with a 16-inch barrel. Yeah. I'd rather have Cerakoted than stainless. I don't want, like, for a survival gun, I don't want it giving my position away. If I'm bugging out, that kind of thing. Much rather have Cerakoted than stainless. But the only thing about the 1022, I will say this. There's a better one out there. Get the Tipman. Get a Tipman because you can train like an AR, hunt like it's an AR, do everything you can do to an AR, but it's a reliable, everything functions, bolt release, safety, everything's the same as an AR, but it's a higher quality than the Smith & Wesson, and it's a much better gun and really accurate barrels, and the Tipman, and they're just, they're what, $70 more, $80 more on the store shelf than a Smith & Wesson M&P 22. So I would say if I were to buy a rifle for training purposes for hunting, I almost bought one this week. I had the money in my pocket and did it, but instead I gave the money to my cameraman to buy some body armor because I don't pay him. So anyway, and we're gonna shoot one of the pieces of armor on the channel, but he's gonna keep the other. So anyway, which, by the way, Spartan Armor was having a really good deal. So check out our link to Spartan Armor in the description because they were having a really good deal if you need body armor. If you don't need body armor, then you don't live in America and you're not a conservative. So anyway, that's what I said. And if you are those things, you might need body armor more. So anyway, but that's that. So what's been going on with you other than being under the weather?
I just got back from my elk hunt.
Cool.
Didn't get anything. It's kind of typical with a spike elk tag. In the general season, they're pretty hard to get. It's like below a 10% success rate, but it's still fun being out there. So
cool. Hi, AB. Still waiting on the 7 mag, hoping for this weekend or next. Sweet, it came in. I actually had 2 guns come in today. Well, that receiver deal I had come in. Palmetto State had a receiver deal, and I put links on my MeWe site. Where if you bought the dagger frame, it was blemished dagger frame, you got a free blemished AR-15 receiver. So now I'm sitting around with an extra AR-15 receiver because they had it on free shipping and the frame. So I'm going to build out the PSA dagger eventually, but it came with all the internals, like the triggers there and everything. I heard the trigger on them sucks, but Gen 3 Glock triggers, I mean, it's a Glock clone, so you can do that. That's that. So anyway, but that's that. You hoping for any guns soon?
nope. Just got my 257, so
Nice.
So I'm done for a little bit on getting guns.
Yeah.
At least that's what my wife says.
Until that YouTube advertising kicks up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's been going poorly. Yeah, I've been making about $800 a month, and I was making $1,200 to $1,900, and that was going to pay off medical debt and other debt that we had. That wasn't going to help the channel as much. And occasionally I buy a new gun with it, but if I didn't have the debt and I wasn't paying it all off, and I was trying to start a business to pay off my debt here, if I didn't have that debt, I could buy a gun a month, but I probably shouldn't do that right now because right now we got to put it in a wood burning stove. Apparently the house had one before they remodeled it and they took it out. So we got to put it in a wood burning stove because we're reliant on an oil heater where I live. So you got to have a truck come out, fill up your oil heater, and you can imagine.
You don't have a gas heater.
No. You gotta imagine what a truck to come out and fill your oil heater. It's like it's like the same price gas is, $5 a gallon. It's a 300-gallon tank, so that's $1,500. You know, so
yeah,
not cool. So we're gonna go the wood burning route and then put in some electric baseboard heaters as well, so that we don't have to rely on the oil heater. Like we can get through winter with one full tank on the oil heater.
yeah.
You know,
My brother kind of lived out in the boonies, and his heating is solely off of propane, which is expensive.
yeah,
And
I've
so
done that.
he has a wood burning stove in his house.
Mm-hmm. It makes it a whole lot better. So, all right. Good evening, Chuck. What's up? How you doing? How you doing, Montana Musings? Good little channel. Go check them out. No, just joining after a pissing match on Guns and Gadgets over the DeSantis not being a supporter of constitutional carry. Makes the Kool-Aid is flowing. Yeah, he's not a constitutional carry supporter, correct? You'll have to teach me. I don't know a lot about him. I mean, I'm writing in Rand Paul for 2024. That's all I can tell you. Although I'd probably take DeSantis over Trump, but you know, cool. Matt, kiss my behind socialist, says loading up some 200 grain hard cast polys in 45 ACP. Listening, cool, man. Going elk hunting this weekend. Hopefully, I'll get some footage of a successful hunt. I need to go with you. You got my number, Steve. Call me. Let's talk about elk hunting next year in Montana. That sounds like a plan. No offense, reloading with it, but it's Montana versus Utah. Montana.
I know. Well, you got to go where there's the more successful elk hunting. And Utah's not that successful.
Yeah. Alaska, the draw is bad. The draw is on a few islands that are filled with grizzly bears, including Kodiak and Fognak, which is right next to Kodiak. And that's that. So there you go.
I mean, it's nice to get up in the mountains and hike, but I saw one elk and didn't get a chance to see if it was what I needed to shoot. So unsuccessful, I guess.
There you go. Hoping the 30-inch 7mm rim mag is good for 2,000. Wow, but it will definitely be happy with 1 mile. Going to do velocity checks right off, starting with some low development. There you go. 30-inch. You should be able to get a high, 7 mag. Yeah, you should be able to get a high BC. Man, and I'd say in 30 inches, you might get 175 to get close to 3,000, if not more.
Yeah,
it'd be tough, but you might be able to do it. Yeah, wouldn't be my first choice, but like for hunting. But cool, variable knife. I want to know all about it next time. Are you going to post a video on it and stuff? You should, even if it's not high quality, just a cell phone video. Do that. Half my videos are on cell phones. So that's that. So, what's up, David Walcott? How you doing? For survival gun, I've thought long and hard of this. The true answer is the Taurus judge stainless. Those who disagree. Boyfriend told them it isn't good. Oh wow, wow. No. Those people that own a Taurus judge bought it from their boyfriend. Yeah, I know. So, no, the actual perfect survival gun would be that Tactical Solutions bolt action made off of a 1022. They cut out the receiver and put a bolt in it, and they run in a Ruger American bolt in a 1022 receiver, and it's a breakdown Tactical Solutions, very lightweight 1022 bolt action. So I forgot what the model is, but it's a really, it's $1,000 gun. So I'm not buying $1,000 22. I refuse to, but on principle. But it would be the perfect one. So. I agree with the stock on the Tika. Changed to Bell & Carlson's. Find it. Most cheaper rifle stocks suck. Yeah, there you go. One thing that come up with the Smith was bore rider versus standard 7mm chamber. Thoughts?
Wouldn't you want a little bit of more free bore, longer throat, so you can shoot the heavier bullets? And
Yeah,
I assume you're going to want like at least a 1 in 9 twist, probably faster.
probably 1 in 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably want a 1 in 8. Yeah. I would say a little bit more free bore. So, but do what you want. I mean, whatever's best for the bullet you plan on shooting. You know, my 2024 Valkyrie project was a disappointment, but a good folks at Rainier refunded me when the barrel was returned. Good on them. There you go. Kind of disagree on the judge. Accuracy suffered since rifling ain't as deep to help 454 too much, but causes massive speed. So spread. So in my opinion, it's cool, but not really practical in terms of accuracy. Yeah, agreed. Bullpup 1022. Now that's a good idea for a survival bug out gun. A bullpup design 1022. So you got something right in your face. It's blocking your face, man. Like the shadow.
Yeah, it's my phone.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. My monthly heating bill went from $165 per month to $490 per month.
Ugh.
Yep. Cool. Looks like Booger Dog told me correct. He is not. DeSantis is not a constitutional carry supporter. Yep. Heating fuel. That's right. What is the good way to go? And it's a great workout splitting your own. Really good for the back. Yeah, there's that. Well, I'll invest in a log splitting machine, and my neighbors already do. They split all the work and cut up everything. So I'm gonna just get in with them next year. But this year I'll probably have to buy a bunch of pre-cut wood or go in the forest and chop down split trees and stuff. I'm just hoping to have the thing in place before the economy collapses. That's all I'm hoping. So, all right. 500 or 590? 590. It's a little smoother on the pump. You got a preference on that, Austin?
Nope.
Gotcha.
I've never shot a Mossberg, I don't think.
You'll definitely keep in touch next year. Save your money. Out-of-state tags are expensive. Yes. Vice versa if you want to come to Alaska. Let's see. Yeah, Remington 870. Honestly, if you find an older... Sorry, I just knocked something off here. My couch. If you find an older Remington 870 or an older Winchester 1300, Winchester 1300 is the best pump shotgun ever made, since I can't talk tonight, apparently. So, yeah, if you haven't checked out the Mark and Sam After Work channel, they do all sorts of things. They're in Australia and they shoot a 4570 at 1,000. They shoot like a 270 at 5,000. They shoot all these crazy cool calibers and stuff. And it's amazing. Like they shoot and it's like 5 seconds later, 6 seconds later, 7 seconds later, 8 seconds later, and it goes ding. George, you're right, George. So, yep. Yes, Mossberg uses aluminum. Remington uses steel. That is correct. I love my Remington 870. You don't rip the logs apart barehanded, and when I do, I rip my shirt off my chest, and it's just ripped, man. And then I wake up. All right. So, all right. Yo, Gun Snob, what's up? I think I sent you a chat link. And you want to join in. You hardly ever join in. You have to join in sometime. I didn't send it to you. Never mind. I don't have your email in this email. Hey, sorry, I didn't send it to you. My fault. So, but you can join in anytime. I'll send it to you. Let me know. Yes, Ruger American Rimfire Compact is a great gun. Don't get it in 17 HMR though. I'm legit in the sketchiest hotel in Seattle, ATM, with $410 buckshot and the judge, listening to people trying to sell drugs and fighting. There you go. Well, I mean, what's making it the sketchiest hotel is you have a tourist judge. If you brought a Glock in there, it would have been a lot more. It would have been like mid-level. And you brought like a Wilson Combat, it would have been a 5-star hotel. I mean, let's just be honest. You brought the hotel down by putting a tourist judge in there. All right. So, yeah, I know. Darn freaking time zones. Get us every time. Anyone knows if those Remington 700 or the newer model is worth it? Yeah, I mean, mine's a Remlin, one of those, or not a Remlin, but one of the really bad ones. My Remington 700, and it's great. I just had to put a new stock on it, so.
My brother has a 700 and 300 WSM, and other than the renowned chambering issues with it, it's a really accurate gun.
Yeah. So, this is true. If you brought an HK into their tactical futtery, then Hans Gruber's men would keep order. There you go, cowboy. My favorite glizzy is a Mac 11. There you go. They're in Seattle. They're sketchy. There you go. All Anchorage hotels are sketchy. This is true. George Solis, tactical futtery. Pretty sure 410 and from that barrel length is like shooting a 32 ACP less than 900 feet per second, I bet. So maybe an anemic 38 special. There you go. I have my 19X and the PMR 30. So you bought one really good reputation gun, the 19X, and you bought two guns that have a really bad reputation. So you brought the hotel down by like 2/3. So I'm just saying. All right, we're talking about sketch hotels in Seattle. This is not good. All right, this chat has descended into a train wreck now. Do H&K make a pistol in 10 millimeter? I don't think I believe they've ever made a pistol in 10 millimeter. I would have to be. Let me look this up, David. You don't happen to know off the top of your head. I mean, you're not a pistol guy, but.
Sorry, I don't know.
Let's see. Okay. H&K 10 millimeter. I know they made the MP5 at some point in a 10 millimeter.
Hey, speaking of pistols, did you guys see the video of the guy fighting off a black bear with his hands and feet while climbing?
No, I didn't. The one that the one in a deer stand or in a climbing stand of some kind.
No, he was just climbing a mountain.
Oh yeah. Kelty on Noir posted that earlier today.
Video.
I haven't seen it yet. H&K does not make a 10 millimeter. No, hold on a second. Looks like there's some USP 10 millimeters out there. There were. Maybe they do. 10 millimeter USP. Yeah. Yeah, so apparently there are some out there. Good luck finding them. So that's what I thought, J-Dog. HK only made MP5 in 10 millimeter. That's what I thought. Yep. HK is slacking on every market. I think HK, George Solis, I think they hate the American consumer can own anything the government owns, but they need the American consumer market just enough so they can scoot by and afford their the stuff they sell all over the world to governments. I think that's what happens. So I think they're like, oh yeah, we'll release these pistols to the U.S. I mean, we don't want an SLR8. We want a G36. Give us a semi-automatic G36 clone. We don't need an SLR8. And you know what people do with the SLR8? They send it to Tommy built or Tommy Guns or whatever his name, Tommy built, and get it made into a G36. So what you do? All right. Well, that bear video last night just before giving me the chills. Have you used Winchester Magnum primers in reloading? Yes. If so, what are your thoughts? I have a pack unused. I've heard they're too hot for standard Magnum cartridges. No issues.
I've never used them. I've used large rifle.
Yep. No issues. So I just got a VP9 for $329. Oh, dang, man. That's awesome. Used or new? It's got to be used. Oh, I managed to get large rifle Magnum primers. Only took 8 months. Yeah, seriously. I've got a few of them. So it's a part to get cool. No, I'm not cracking on your G36. I'm jealous of your G36. You had a G36? Winchester LRM, standard primer for my 358 normal reloads. Cool. Used but barely. Oh, that's a great deal. I rarely go to a range. Sunday, guy next to me using a green laser on a silhouette target close in. Had a 4+ width swing in unsteady two-handed hold. Embarrassing. Yeah. A lot of people out there can't shoot, especially a handgun. Got my first moose Sunday, a 308, 168 grain Barnes, TTSX, double lung, pass through, broke through the ribs. Yep. Telling you.
Congrats.
Congratulations, man. Come share some of the meat.
Is moose good? I've never had it.
I think moose is a very good burger and a good roast backstrap. So I've been told on the backstrap. I wouldn't know. The caribou is a better steak. So between the two, in my opinion, that's my opinion. It's worth exactly.
How does it? I've had whitetail. How does it compare to whitetail?
Less gamey. Both of them are less gamey. They compare better to elk than whitetail.
Okay.
Yeah. Elk's probably still better than both of them.
Yeah.
So
elk's decent,
but elk's better than whitetail. So, but it's all in how it's been cooked too. It's good if you cook it right. What's the patent state with HK Firearms? That's a good question. That laser just picked up a SWM 19-6. Nickel plated, hardly shot. I should make a carry gun, or should I make it a Gary gun or safe queen? I don't have safe queens. I don't like safe queens. The only two guns I'm not shooting right now are being saved for my kids. They're guns for the kids. So that's that. You put this 358 to use next year up to AK, maybe. You got to hire a guide if you want a brown bear or a sheep or a muskox or bison tag. You don't need that big for moose, but if you want to use it, go ahead. I prefer moose over elk. There we go. Moose liver is awesome. Southeast Alaskan blacktail is the best in my thought. That's probably pretty good. Hi, Chuck. Hey, Scott Leeper. How you doing, buddy? Picked up a 9.3 by 62 with 250 grain Barnes TTSX and Swift A-frame 286 grain for reloading. Couldn't find a 35 Wayland. Saw your 35 Wayland video, RW.
Thanks,
all right.
Man.
We already shouted them out this evening. We have New York Prepper joining us. How's it going, Greg?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Just answering these questions. So glad to have you on with us. It's been a while.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, it's been a while.
Yep. Moose is good if you add hog or bear fat to it and grind. Yeah, I don't do that, so that's that. David W. I'm an Eastern U.S. hunter for out west, elk, moose, caribou. Those experience here might say 30-06 or larger caliber, but it's bullet placement that counts. Yeah, pretty much. We ought to compare notes on this. So, Cool. You want to tell everybody what's going on with your channel there, Greg? What you've been doing lately in the gun world?
Yeah, sure. I just finished my first long-range penetration test, 500 yards with 300 Win Mag, using AccuBond, LRX, and just some soft points. So that'll be coming out this week, and then I'm going to do an 800-yard test, just waiting for a day when it's not too windy to do that one. So I'm really excited about that, and something I wanted to do for a while. So I finally had a chance to do it, and just got some shotgun videos. I'm going to do some patterning. I'm going to pattern some 3.5-inch buckshot and turkey loads with different chokes. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. Maybe some more 10 millimeter stuff.
Thanks. New York Prepper, you still want to do that 300 rum, 300 Weatherby? Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I just turned my camera off because sometimes it lags when I have my camera on. Yeah, if you want to do that, we can definitely do it. Depending on how the weather is and stuff, because winter's coming in quick. So
true. That's true.
So yeah, definitely we could plan something. If we can't do it this winter, before the winter, we'll have to do it like in the spring,
Yeah.
But we could plan it out how you want to do it and stuff. Absolutely. I'd love to do that.
All right.
Cool. All right. What are you patterning? He wants to know what you're patterning.
I'm just going to be patterning some 3.5-inch double-aught buck. I'm going to pattern the Winchester Super X, and then I'm going to pattern some 3.5-inch Winchester. I think they're like double X or something like that. They're the copper-plated turkey loads, 3.5-inch. So I'm just going to pattern it with the basic turkey choke, see what kind of groups I get with that. So different distances.
Cool. All right. Did you guys get out hunting so far this year? Any luck? I went hunting, could have got a bunch of caribou, but we couldn't have got them out. So we just got Bullets for Bucks channel, just got one caribou with me. And then everything else I've hunted this year has basically been a hunting/scouting trip for next year. Like we were just picking a place on the map and say, let's go here and try. And so we got an idea for moose for next year, like a weekend moose type hunt. Yeah, that's that. So I've gotten 10 ducks.
There you go.
There I go.
I unsuccessful elk hunt, and then I'm going to Wyoming hunting with Bullets for Bucks for antelope. So that one should be successful. Shouldn't be too hard. Hopefully.
Good luck, man. I'm going to try that with him next year. Courtney and I both might try that with him next year. Depends on if the babies are sleeping through the night. What about you, Greg? You hunting anything yet?
No, not yet. Most of the seasons here open up like November, depending on what you're going for. There's a bow season now for deer and bear, but yeah, I haven't gone out yet. Really, just scouting.
Cool. What'd y'all consider max range for a 5.56 by 45 millimeter NATO? Planning on making a plinking build for steel and paper. Just wondering what I should expect from, say, an 18 to 20 inch barrel, bolt action, maybe single shot. First of all, why wouldn't you just go ahead and build it in an AR? If you're going to spend the money to build a custom gun, build it in an AR. It's actually going to be probably cheaper than a single shot or bolt action. Unless you're, it really depends on your twist rate. 1 in 7 with a high BC bullet should. But hey, what was it? The A1 sights or the A2 sights? I can't remember. Went out to 800 yards with the iron sights and the diaper. I've shot my 5.56 at 600, and that was a 1 in 9 twist 55 grain VMAX, and I got a 2.75 inch group at 500. So that's nothing to stand in front of. Wind, it gets blown by the wind, man. There's a 2 mile an hour crosswind, and you're 36 inches off at 600 yards, something like that. It's crazy. But I've been 4 feet to the right at 500 yards in a 20 mile an hour wind. So it is what it is.
I've shot a metal plate at a little over 400 yards with my 223 bolt action. I think it has a 22 inch barrel.
Yeah,
it was fun.
There you go. But yeah, I mean, you can do 400 to 600 yards easily. Beyond that, it's not easy, but it can be done. So I don't think you're going to get 1,000. So, Greg, what do you think?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, you might. I mean, I'm not a 5.56 expert, but I don't know. You might be able to punch paper at 1,000, but the wind is going to just be insane. I mean, even with a 308 or 300 Win Mag at 1,000 yards, the windage, the effect the wind has is just massive. I know, even with 300 Win Mag at 500 yards, a 10 mile an hour wind will blow your bullet like 2 feet, basically. So crosswind. So imagine, and that's a 180 grain bullet. So 55 grain bullet, like you were saying, what is it, 36 inches or something?
Yeah.
So
600-700 yards. Yeah.
The only good thing is that it's really cheap ammo. So even if you miss your target from the wind, it's not the end of the world. It's not as frustrating. You could just.
Yeah, that's true. I will say this. Me and a buddy in Mississippi, when I was a member of a range in Mississippi, we were out shooting on a very windy day. It was one of those days before like the hurricanes came through, right? And so like the hurricanes were off the coast. We're 6 hours from the coast. Not going to affect us as far as storm, wind, and rain, but the wind, it was windy. You could tell coming in off the shore. And when we were shooting at 200 and 300 yards in 30 to 40 mile an hour gust, man, we had to aim dead on with our rifles because the bullet is getting out there so fast at 3,200 feet per second. It doesn't have time for the wind to actually affect it. But once you move past 300 yards, boy, was that thing off, like way off. And so that 300 yard mark, it just starts to move very, very, very much. I was like aiming beside the jugs of water we were shooting and missing at 300 yards. And I aimed dead on, it would just blow up, I was shooting VMAX, so you could tell it was blowing up. And I will say this, though, at that distance, in his rifle and in mine, he had an 18 inch, I had a 20 inch at the time. In his rifle and mine, at that distance, full metal jackets just went right through, and you didn't know if they blew up or not. And also, same range, different day, much better weather, shooting jugs at 500 and 600, and even the VMAX didn't actually, it just poked a hole. It didn't actually explode the jug.
Really?
At that distance, yeah. So I'm something more dense than a jug like a groundhog. I think it would do better on, but some of the really big jugs, yes, but like the little milk cartons, no. But like the big laundry detergent jug, yeah, it did that. So is what it is. David Walcott, Federal Fusion 165 grain 308, good for moose caribou. Yes, bring it on, man. Fusion is a great caliber bullet for moose caribou. Best bonded bullet you can get for the money. Absolutely. All right.
Hey, Chuck, I'm going to call it a night. I'm still not feeling great.
All right, man. Get some rest. Yeah, no problem.
See you guys later.
All right, man. See ya. Feel better.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. There you go. I was bidding this week on Gunbroker for Retro A2 Wyndham Whip for me. It's $20 short of $1,100 last I looked. There you go. I mean, you could probably build one cheaper than that, but there you go. You can hit 1,000 with the 5.56 all day with 90 grain AMAC. I believe it. Like, John, I really believe you. I disagree that that it's easy all day long type thing, you'd have to have the right twist rate in your rifle. That was the biggest thing with the 224 Valkyrie. They couldn't get the right twist rate on those bullets, and it died. I can ring steel at 700 with my AR-15 223, but that's a custom chamber Krieger barrel on a good day. There you go. Nothing wrong with a Krieger barrel. All right. Thanks, guys. I've been looking into a 1 and 8, maybe 1 and twist paired with a 75 grain to get that higher BC because he uses a hunting rifle. And thanks for the suggestion on the AR platform instead and realistic accuracy. There you go. Here's a guy to ask. 223 DMR. Hello from Missouri. How you doing? How you doing? It's good to see you, man. First time I've seen you in the chat. I like the name. 223 DMR. So. Yes, David Walcott for a 308 1 and 10 twist good up to 180 grain bullet. That's right. You're right. The twist rate there. Yes, I have a 6.5 284. It's one of my favorite rifles. I saw your 30-06 CX test. Do you see any reason to switch from TTSS? Are they fairly similar? I don't yet. I think the CX is supposed to expand at lower velocities, but I haven't proven it yet. I have a box here in 6.5 that I'm going to load at a max charge in 6.5 by 284, a minimum charge in 6.5 by 284, and then a minimum charge in 6.5 Creedmoor, and we're going to see what they all do. Because the minimum charge in an 18-inch 6.5 Creedmoor should be going around 2,300 feet per second, and that'll be like 400 or 500 yards. I can tell you the LRX, I wouldn't switch from the LRX to the CX, no matter what, because the LRX seems to expand really well for me, and I get good accuracy out of them. So, yeah, you should be able to make 6.5 by 284 from 284 brass. Just run it through a 284 6.5 by 284 die. So I'll have to ask, and I don't see why not. It'd be like making 7mm 08 from 308 or 270 from 30-06. I think you can do, right? Am I wrong on that? I could be wrong on that. 25-06 from 35-06 you can do. 30-06. Thanks, 223 DMR. I appreciate it, man. So I'll send you some 284. I bought it to make 7.5 by 55 Swiss, but I don't need them anymore. Okay, cool. Thanks, man. Knoxville, Tennessee. Freeze warning in effect until 10 a.m. Ding. It's warmer here. It's like 36 degrees here. Yeah. It's warmer in Alaska than Knoxville, Tennessee. So they had all the fire on Saturday because I'm a University of Tennessee Vols fan. So there's that. Yep, you're right on the 270. If you're regularly making brass from parents, annealing is a good idea. I have to figure out how to do that. So, but I agree. I agree. I understand why you're doing it. But yeah,
you got to get one of those little machines. They're pretty expensive. They're like a couple $100. You put the cases in, and it like heats them all up like equally or something.
Yeah. You sharpen your own tools? Yeah, I do. For knives, I like Warthog sharpeners, the Warthog sharpener, and for axes, whatever, and stuff, just whatever little pull sharpener, axes and machetes. When you shoot 358 Norma, you're making something. There you go. You can do it with a torch with the temperature paint. Cool. Hear about the federal lead ammo ban? Yeah, it's a potential ban on lead ammo on federal lands. So good for Barnes, I can say that. But yeah, but they're going to use lead ammo on military bases. So is what it is. So that's that.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yep. It's potential to go through.
Is that just for hunting, or is that about like protection? If you carry something for protection,
I think it'd be any discharge of a weapon on federal lands.
Wow.
So, and we got a lot of that mixed in up here. So,
yeah, you do.
There you go. I agree, John Gallagher. I agree. Government making things more complicated because they care. Agreed. Also agree. All right. Well, that's that. I think don't forget we got t-shirts below, and I'm starting my MeWe page over again over on Arms Registry list. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Arms Registry. Yeah. It's a forums. It's not a I can't find it now. Let me find it. See if I can find it here. Arms Directory. Yeah, not registry. Arms Directory. And yep. You can do buy, sell, trade. You can do affiliate links. You can link to videos and stuff like that. So is what it is. So I'm doing this. Yep. So yeah, log in so I can share this group with you. Sorry, this is taking a little while. And so all right. So here it is. I'm gonna stick this in here. So yeah, there we go. What are your thoughts on hammer bullets? Man, I reached out to them to send me a box of bullets for the channel, and they had so many questions about what I was gonna do and stuff. I wasn't impressed with them. I've heard they're really good, but I think I'm just gonna go buy a box of their bullets rather than reach out to send one. So yeah, Barnes is in on it. Maybe they are. I don't know. I would doubt that they're actually in on it because Barnes does make lead bullets too. They make some for the big calibers and some for the little calibers. So that's that. But yeah, Trudeau said he would ban handguns in Canada, and all he did was create the highest handgun sales in Canadian history. Yeah, that's pretty much what they've done here. What's up, Big E? How you doing? Yep. I'd love to do an Alaska deer hunt. Yeah, me too. But it's pretty expensive. Even if you live here, you got to go out to the islands where the black-tailed deer live, and you got to have a guide with the boat take you out the islands and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I would love to too, but that's just that.
There's no whitetails up there, right?
Not officially. There are some that come into the state through Canada, in different parts. But and I've seen whitetail carcasses not 20 minutes from me. Like somebody dumped a bunch of whitetail carcasses right there.
Wow.
But I have not. I did a little short on it, a little short video, I think, on that. But yeah, I have not seen that. So got my night vision scope mounted up to the 309 JDJ Encore for my big gun. There you go. Yep, California mission creep. Yep, what California does, everybody else tries to do 15 years later, 5 years later. Yep. Going to Texas ram hunt on my birthday. There you go. So don't forget to go to this arms directory, and I'm going to start putting a lot of stuff there. And that's what we'll be posting extra links to videos and a lot of affiliate links and stuff. I'm going to MeWe is starting to transition into being anti-2A and taking gun groups down and trading groups down. So I'm going to have to get off the MeWe kick and probably onto this arms directory. And it's a pro 2A site where you can, post your stuff and everything. So if you want to join. Nobody's joined yet. I posted it earlier today. Somebody said, "Oh, I saw 20 ads on there." I'm like, it's the internet. That's how you make money. Come on, people.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, what are you, communist? You don't want to see an ad? Like, so that's that. Yep. I think I have more than 2,000 pounds. There you go. Of lead. There you go. Just watch out for the new wild population of Texas warthog. Yeah, there you go. So anyway, but yeah, check out this arms directory. Check out our t-shirt link below. I just ordered some shirts tonight. Hopefully they'll be here in about 4 or 5 weeks. So that's that. Anyway, hope you're doing well, and hope all y'all do well. We're gonna go ahead and end it tonight. New York Prepper, you want to talk more about what's coming out on your channel and anything else new?
Yeah, I got some other kind of some reviews. I'm going to be reviewing some stuff. I got to review some suppressor covers, and I'm working on some more suppressor stuff. I'm going to do a video on how POI is affected by a suppressor. And I'll just kind of, I fired some ammo with suppressor on, suppressor off, and noted the change in the POI. So I'll do a video on that. And then I got some sheet metal tests I'm working on right now. They're already filmed. I just got to edit them. Just shooting different firearms at sheet metal, just for fun.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm working on.
All right. Next bullet test. Tomorrow I have Fort Scott Tumble Upon Impact ammo, 10 millimeter versus 357 Magnum here. That's coming out tomorrow. People have been requesting that one. And then after that, I'll have 300 Win Mag 130 grain TTSX coming out. That thing's smoking. It's a TTSX and it's smoking. Yes, the pedals are going to fall off. No, it's not going to hold its 97% of its weight. We know what it's going to do. So yeah, I mean, but it penetrates really deep because once those pedals fall off, that core just keeps going straight. It's pretty cool.
It's like a solid, basically.
Yeah, same thing happened with the 120 grain TTSX in 7 mag. So,
rifle.
I
remember that. Yeah.
It shot like a 3/4 or like 0.34 inch, like 0.34 inch in -2 weather with me shaking, or maybe it doesn't love them and I just shook them all together. Who knows? But yeah, so that's that. Anyway, yeah, cool. So that's that. My channel goes up. I'll share here. Idea is a big guy trying normal stuff and some light political. There you go. All right. Just as long as you're pro 2A all the way. All right. Even if you don't live in the United States, be pro 2A. You have Second Amendment rights if you don't live in the United States because they're not granted by the United States Constitution. They're granted to you by your creator, whatever you believe that is. I believe it's God and Jesus and all that jazz. But, whatever you believe, if you believe in the Big Bang or whatever created you to be a human being, that's what gave you inalienable rights. You're endowed by your creator, not the government. So make sure people know that. Okay. Supposed to TTTS with awesome penetration. What exactly is the problem with this? Nothing. I don't see a problem with it. To you, I mean, like TTS and X and the LRX, if you get them going, usually above 3150 is kind of the magic number. If they're going above 3150, maybe 3250, depends on the caliber, the bullet weight, and all that jazz. If you get them above 3150, 3250, they're in a redneck science test like mine, they're going to lose and shred their pedals. And then they're just going to keep penetrating really straight too, usually. So I don't see a problem with this. So All right. Yep. Hit the like buttons, guys. Cool, man. Born in AK. Awesome. Google keyboard is trash. Good night. Yep, I believe that. Find it stupid how they save the environment by using electric vehicles that vehicles cause that doesn't harm the environment. No. Yeah. No, I've got no hunts coming up. TDS do good damage even with no pedals. Yep. So that's that. Yep. All right, guys. Make sure you check out Reloading Weatherby, who was on the chat earlier. New York Prepper. Go check them out. Go see their links and all that jazz. And make sure you like, share, subscribe. All gun videos on YouTube. Join the Arms Directory group or the MeWe group. We're going there. So don't forget the Arms Directory group. I'll put the link in the chat one more time. And God bless. Take care. We'll see you at the range.
See you guys.